All right. So this is Lil Peep and Lil Tracy, Witchblades, with
Lil Tracy.
200 million views on YouTube. And we're looking at
Wait, Little Peep. Didn't this guy kill
About Lil
himself?
Sebastian. Shout out to my
Lil Peep overdosed on drugs. Yes.
I remember watching a documentary with my mom about this. And I could not think. This guy seemed so depressed. It was
about
crazy.
Lil Peep.
Yeah. Lil Peep.
Is there a documentary about him?
It's a really good documentary, HBO. Yeah.
No way.
So on YouTube,
It was really sad, actually.
It is sad. It is sad. But he
really
makes
sad.
amazing music.
Everybody's Everything. That's his the title of the documentary.
Yeah. So on YouTube, we're looking at 200 million views. On Spotify, 138 million. So we're looking at around 500 million views if you include SoundCloud and other streaming services such as iTunes Music, whatever you call it, Apple Music, I guess they now call it. So yeah, this is Witchblades. Here we go.
Money Posse.
Ooh, big head on the beat.
Switchblades, cocaine, got boy click, make a shame. Black fur, black coat, got boy click in the bag ho. Switchblades, cocaine, got boy click till my soul take. Black jeans, half black hose, got boy click in the castle. In high school, I was a loner. I was a reject, I was a poser. Multiple personalities, I'm bipolar. I swear I mean well, I'm still going to hell. Witchcraft, love chance, whisper in my ear, put me in a trance.
This isn't even singing.
All night long, when I die, bury me with all my ice on.
He's just talking.
Love chance, whisper in my ear.
I can sing better than this, no lie.
Cocaine all night long. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. When I die, bury me without the lights on. Lights on.
Jesus, this is so creepy, man.
Close up, baby, I got good wine.
Dude, this looks like it was from an exorcism, this video. Like,
It literally makes me like uncomfortable even listening and
literally,
watching
yeah.
that.
That's his aesthetic.
Like that song actually like makes me sad.
Yeah, literally.
That's like literally the emotion that's arising from me right now.
Like, dude, the Goo Goo Dolls are more happier than this. Like the
Yeah, honestly, that was so sad. Yeah.
Rest in
Okay,
peace, Lil Peep.
that's crazy. Yeah, well,
All right,
don't do
John
cocaine
Morgan's
all
gonna
night
run
long.
it back here for you guys. So yeah.
Okay, Money Posse. Oh, buy big head on the beat. Switchblades, cocaine. Goth boy click, make a hoe shake. Black fur, black coat. Goth boy click in the back hoe. Switchblades, cocaine. Goth boy click till my soul take. Black jeans, half black hose. Goth boy click in the castle. In high school, I was a loner. I was a reject. I was a poser. Multiple personalities. I'm bipolar. I swear I mean well. I'm still going to hell. Witchcraft, love chance. Whisper in my ear. Put me in a trance. Cocaine all night long. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. Witchcraft, love chance. Whisper in my ear. Put me in a trance. Cocaine all night long. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. When I die, bury me without the lights on. Lights off, night lights, clothes off, baby, I got good.
That's the whole song.
Yeah,
Wow.
well. Oh, wait, so it just repeats?
Yeah, that's literally all. Oh wait, oh there you go. There's
Oh,
more,
okay, there's
but
more. But it basically just
Pretty
repeats by
much the
looks of it.
same thing. Goth boy click, you know?
Like, even listen to that line, though. Like, listen to this one. Close off. No, stop. Close off, baby, I got good white. Tell me a secret, and I'll tell you one of mine. I just want to talk. I don't want to fight. Ask me if I'm all right. Do you want me to lie? Like, that's literally him just saying, yo. Like, what's up? Like, that's that. I mean,
Like, yeah.
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Crazy, man.
It's the same thing
The
with
power of words,
same thing with
man.
Juice World though. Like Juice World's music I like. It's pretty depressing. I find it more like lyrically talented than Lil Peep. But Juice World, same thing. Like he OD'd and died. And if you look back at all of his lyrics, you're like, oh, like what? Okay, it feels weird listening to his music because some songs are literally just seemingly like a bit of a cry for help. You know, it's kind of a bit strange.
Well, that video like did not seem like that was like uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, a lot of Juice WRLD's videos are like that too.
Crazy. Okay, well, this is from Beyond Order by Dr. Jordan Peterson.
No way. You got okay, sick. What chapter?
It doesn't tell me, so I don't know.
What do you mean
I think it's from chapter.
Oh, because you're on your Kindle. Sorry, yeah.
He's transcended.
It's page 60. Page 62, though.
I'll tell.
I think this is the second chapter. Anyway, this is about focusing. Okay, he's talking about Harry Potter here in Quidditch.
Oh, I love. Yeah. Okay.
Which, if you don't know what Quidditch is, even as someone who's never watched Harry Potter, even I know that. So go look.
John,
up
I
Quidditch.
have a quote on page 60. Oh no, I have a quote on page 63 highlighted. I was going to say it'd be funny if that was the quote I had.
This
highlighted
actually
in my
goes
book.
to page 63. Yeah. So the snitch is golden, indicating its exceptional value and purity, and zips around chaotically at a very fast rate, darting, weaving, bobbing, and racing the seekers as they pursue it astride their brooms. If a seeker captures the snitch, his or her team gains 150 points, typically enough to ensure victory, and the entire game comes to an end. This indicates that chasing and capturing whatever is represented by the snitch, and by implication, the round chaos, is a goal whose importance supersedes any other. Why is Rowling's game conjured up for us by her deep imagination structured in that manner? What does her narrative idea signify? There are two ways of answering these questions, although both answers relate importantly to each other. First, in Rule 1, we discussed that the idea that the true winner of any game is the person who plays fair. This is because playing fair, despite the particularities of any given game, is a higher order accomplishment than mere victory. Striving to play fair in the ultimate sense, following the spirit of the rules as well as the letter, is an indication of true personality development, predicated as it is on concern for true reciprocity. The seekers of the snitch must ignore the details of the game of Quidditch, of which they are still a part, while attempting to find and seize the snitch, just as the player of a real-world game must ignore the particularities of that game while attending to what constitutes truly ethical play, regardless of what is happening on the playing field. Thus, the ethical player, like the seeker, dominantly pursues what is most valuable in the midst of complex competing obligations. One thing I don't like about Jordan Peterson is I find every time I'm reading his books, everything just feels like it's way wordier than it needs to be. Point being, there's a lot going on in the world, and you need to find your snitch and seek it.
There's a quote on page 65, John, that's a lot shorter, and it kind of summarizes what you just said there, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, maybe that's one I should have highlighted.
Something manifests itself out of the... Oh, sorry. You do not choose what interests you. It chooses you. Something manifests itself out of the darkness as compelling, as worth living for. Following that, something moves us further down the road to the next meaningful manifestation. And so it goes as we continue to seek, develop, grow, and thrive. It is a perilous journey, but it is also the adventure of our lives. Think of pursuing something you love. Catch them or not, you change in the process.
Yeah.
So, dude, Jordan Peterson, man,
Nice.
like, I don't get it. It's like some people, like his ability to think at depth is so impressive to me. Like,
It's impressive, but I also find it like,
as somebody that's like, you know, I read academic papers all the time. Like, I really appreciate his writing because it's like, it's very, very dense for sure, and it definitely makes it a lot less readable. Like, you can't read the same amount, right? Like,
it's not very readable. No.
Yeah, no,
Especially because
I agree.
I've been reading like prior to that was like value investors, but specifically
Yeah.
I've been listening to, but also reading all of the annual shareholder letters from Warren Buffett, which are like concise, very to the point,
Yeah.
very clear. And then like I was trying to read this book alongside that, and it was like switching between a Ferrari and like a Honda Civic. It was just
Yeah,
too, it was just
yeah.
too drastic. Yeah. But I did like that chapter. I mean, some of the other stuff was almost too abstract for me at times.
If you
But,
have,
I will get through the book.
if you like kind of like deep existential thought and you don't mind rereading things a few times, it is so goddamn impressive how deeply he can really think and analyze life. It's pretty.
I used to appreciate it a lot more than I do now. That's for sure. Like I used to be able to read Jordan Peterson stuff like no problem.
I'm on
but,
chapter 9 now, or rule 9 now. And the 3 last chapters seem like really, really interesting rules.
I'll get through the book.
Yeah,
I mean, it's worth. I know that his stuff is worth reading. So like, but this way, if I didn't know Jordan Peterson and this was a random book that I picked off the shelf randomly, I would already have stopped reading it. Like only because I know who Jordan Peterson is, I'll actually finish it because I know it's worthwhile. But it's not a very marketable book.
I found the first chapter like painfully dense. The second chapter was actually a lot more consumable.
Yeah.
But honestly, it just depends. Like some of the rules are a lot more consumable than other rules, and they're shorter or longer. Like some of his rules are 15 pages long, some of them are 60 pages long. Like just
yeah.
Anyway, it's pretty cool. I think John, you'll really like chapter 6, Abandon Ideology. That one's really like that one's kind of, to me, it's kind of on its own island of ideas out of all of his 12.
One of my favorite parts of the book so far was when he was talking about this young woman who came to him for help.
With the flip chart being racist. Like, dude, did you?
No,
did you
no, no, I didn't get to that part yet.
Okay.
No, just the part where this young woman came to him for help, and had asked for some advice, but then the conversation, and he was giving her some actionable steps, and they were working through the problem, but then it got to her then complaining about society and what she thinks should change.
Oh, yes.
And it's actually something that's really hit me lately about how like just understanding what my circle of competence is and kind of sticking within it and realizing when I am actually stepping outside of my circle of competence, because there's times where I think that we all step out of our circle of competence, but also one thing I really like about Jordan Peterson is he's able to really kind of put in perspective. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are to think that you know that?
Yeah.
Basically. And I love that, because there's so many times where I'll catch myself or catch other people speaking about something, and it's like, there's a pretty damn big problem you're talking about, and you seem pretty damn confident that you know the answer. That's pretty crazy, don't you think?
There's a quote
on global
in
hunger
6.
and you have an answer. It's like, that's pretty crazy. Like like the guy who works at Walmart, like you've solved this. Like that's wow. Like that's incredible. Who would have ever get? You know what I mean? So it's like that kind of stuff.
There's a quote in chapter 6 that I would literally use to describe the entire book. If you asked me to pick one quote from this entire 300 and some odd page book, I'd choose this quote from chapter 6. Only a fool would now dare to claim that we have sufficient mastery of ourselves to create rather than discover what we value.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's just like, you think that you're so blind that you think that you have a sufficient mastery to create rather than discover. Like, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Well, that's why like only the paranoid survive. Like the people that I find that are truly the most successful, and the ones that have been, or tend to keep that success, are the ones that realize that there's like the amount that like Warren Buffett's my favorite example. I mean, because I've been focusing so much in my study on him. Like he openly admits how little he actually knows.
I know, that's like that. He always talks about that in every interview. He's like, I don't know very much. I just know this one little tiny thing.
Like the guy that you walk up to and he just knows everything. It's like, I mean, this dates all the way back to Socrates, right? About how the Oracle of Delphi is like, Socrates, you're the smartest man in the world, and he's like, there's no possible way.
Yeah.
And then,
He's like, I'm gonna find someone that's smarter than me.
The fact that he was willing to admit that he doesn't know anything was what actually made him so intelligent. And I think that that's that humbleness, like the ability to stay a student, right? And that's kind of what I was even discussing earlier, like bringing yourself back down to the level in which you actually are, not the level in which your perceived success has brought you up to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.